Welcome back. Well, okay, I can tell that the movie we're talking about today is a definite tearjerker. Yeah. It centers around a dog named Max and how he is a best friend, a hero, and a Marine.
Oh, I can't. Our entertainment reporter, Jim Ferguson, sat down with one of the stars and the director of the movie coming out this week. A dog movie?
I know. Remember Lassie and Benji and Shiloh and all those dog movies? Well, this is a little different because it's a true story about a military dog that is on the front lines in Afghanistan. You know, I talked to the young man who plays the teenager when the dog comes back. That's kind of has to take care of this. It's a Belgian Milanese. Is the breed of this dog, and they replaced the German Shepherds on the front lines. And also, I have the director. Boaz Yakin, which I misspelled his name when I said it. But Boaz, remember The Titans with Denzel Washington?
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
And Now You See Him. He's done so much, and he's the writer, director, producer. But I talked to both of them. The young man is from Texas. He's an up-and-coming young teenage actor. Here we go. Boaz, the open to the film is so real in Afghanistan, these war scenes, situation, and it really does give you an example of what these military war dogs are capable of doing. I think you were right on in opening the movie that way.
Yeah, I mean, we really wanted to get you into the world of the war dog right away before introducing you to the family and to Josh's character, whom once we introduce them, the story starts to shift into their perspective. But by starting with the dog, you're emotionally invested and interested in what the dog is experiencing throughout the movie.
I had no idea they were capable of doing what they do. You know?
They are, and that was also tricky. I mean, you know, you're making a film about quite a heroic dog, but we really wanted to make sure to not push the envelope too much and make it a fake kind of anthropomorphized animal, and keep the dog in a place where the dog was heroic but real at the same time.
You know, I don't want to give too much away, and it's difficult to do an interview without giving a lot away. But your character, Justin Wincott, is somewhat rebellious to his parents, but he has a good reason, am I right?
Yeah. I think Justin kind of feels like he's the black sheep of his family, with his brother being, you know, his dad, what he thinks is his dad's perfect image of his son, and he feels kind of overshadowed by his brother. And kind of like he doesn't really know where he belongs, and he's kind of, you know, externalizing that with his family, and particularly his dad, because he feels a lot of resentment from his dad for that.
There's a scene, and again, not giving it away, but this is true, Boaz, I'm sure, at funerals, where the military dog does go to his handler and feels.
Yeah, well, there was, I mean, that was definitely an inspiration when we were writing the script. There were a few videos on the internet that people filmed of dogs at funerals, and it really inspired us to include that and to show that in the movie, to show how strong the bond was.
Boaz, working with animals and trainers, is it difficult for you as a director at times?
Well, you have to adjust. The trainers know so well what the dogs can and can't do, and where the camera can and can't be, that for me the adjustment, and I think I learned fairly quickly, the adjustment was understanding how to film a scene in a way that allowed the dogs to feel integrated, but also, you know, accommodated what they can and can't do. But we had a trainer called Mark Forbes, who's just brilliant at it, and his team were amazing. And you're basically working with people who know their craft better than you can imagine. So,
would you like to own one of these dogs? It's their Belgian Malinois.
Yeah. It's a lot to handle. They're very high energy, high active dogs. So
yeah, they are.
They're cute puppies, but once they grow up, it's a lot to handle.
You know, Tina and Heather, this movie is set in Austin, Texas, around the 4th of July. So on the 3rd of July, on that Friday, I have an interview with the real Max, who stars in the movie. They used 5 different dogs, by the way. Okay. But I have the star, Max, along with the trainer. That'll be on the 3rd. Kind of sets the 4th of July type of thing, you know. On this Friday, though, we have Oscar-nominated actor Thomas Hayden Church, you remember from Sideways? Yes. He plays the father of the teenage boy. And Lauren Graham, Parenthood and Gilmore Girls. She plays the mother, and they're both very good in this film, and I have the two of them together this coming Friday.
So you say bring tissues if you're going to go to this movie.
Oh, bring several tissues, believe me.
Even if you're just going to see the trailer, bring tissues.
And I don't want to give the plot away because, you know, I don't want to ruin the film, but it's really well done, and I loved it. I really did.
Well, just from the trailer alone, you know, and they go a little deeper into the story, I think, in the trailer than even you will.
Yeah, in fact, the first 5 or 10 minutes is Afghanistan, the dog in the battle scenes, you know. And it's PG rated, by the way.
Oh, wow. So definitely bring some of those kids
Oh,
out.
sure.
It's a beautiful
Kids will
story.
love it.
Yeah,
Kids will love it, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Jim.